it's a real good bet. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine?
Okay, 1, 2, 3, say 50, 50. Oh, I got a good one.
Oh, Mike, wingman, I understand.
That's right.
What kinds of things did you do?
I'm the king who sought the most advice and didn't follow any of it. That's my claim to fame.
So you were his consigliere?
Yeah.
He went to you for help
Mike trusted
on.
me.
What kinds of things did he ask you about?
Career.
Career?
He struggled a lot with his direction, what he needs to do.
Spontaneous version. My favorite Fitzpatrick moment was at Born and Voice in busy season 1990, post-merger, when Brian Becker called because I was supposed to be at one of Brian Becker's jobs, and he was harassing me, and I'm stressed. I'm probably about to have a heart attack. Mike's reviewing work papers next to me. Understood what was going on, grabbed the phone out of my hand and said to Brian, he's busy, and he slammed the phone. Hung up on him. Mike, you became my hero that day.
What's the bar doing with a tree in the middle? That's all I want to know.
Why?
Why would anyone put a tree in the middle?
What happened with the tree?
And when they cut you off and won't serve you anymore.
Yeah.
There. And Michael suggests that he needs to go to the bathroom, and if they don't serve him, he's probably just going to go right there on the tree. At which point in time they threw us out of the bar.
But you've been thrown out of some of the best bars in town, have you not?
That's not the other bar.
And Mike and I are discussing our squash games. and I would always crush this guy when we played squash.
Is that true?
It was a different version.
But we're drinking. And Mike says, "Want to play?" I said, anytime, anywhere.
That's his quote.
And he says, "How about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning?" Now this is about 2 a.m. We've had a lot to drink.
Yep.
We both show up. We both showed up.
Yep.
And he kicked my ass. You know?
Yay!
Still hungover, right? It was who's going to be who recovers fast.
Who had the most stamina?
That's a famous story. That's a famous.
My favorite Mike Fitzpatrick moment, you had a point at my shoe, particularly the laces. Thank you. All right, now I'll give you the story behind that. A day much like today was the R.B. Evans boat trip, infamous. And sitting with Mike at the end of the trip, he noticed that my shoelaces were parallel to my foot rather than perpendicular to my foot because I tied my shoelaces wrong. And I want you to know, Mike, I remembered that lesson today, and now my shoelaces are always perpendicular to my foot.
Oh my God.
No longer parallel. Thank you.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
Big hand for Mike. Wait, can you keep rolling on that?
Yeah, I can.
Now wait a minute. I just heard Marty refer to the R.B. Evans boat outing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
So you weren't on that?
What boat outing?
Oh, there was no boat outing.
It was really not that much
No,
fun, was it?
No, it wasn't at all.
It was a drag, really.
We drove by.
I told you about his move back to New York. What did you
Yes.
tell him about that?
Well, I thought he'd need to stay home, and because I wasn't going to be able to go with him. He wanted me to, but I had things I had to do here. And I know he felt bad about it. It scared him. He was concerned. And I don't, that was probably the time that the most risky for Mike.
silver button.
But he went, and I give him credit. I do. I'm glad he took that job.
Are you pretty proud of him? There's where it all happened. There's where it all started. Camelot, right there. There's the castle.
Okay, hey, I'm subbing for Matt Mandragel, so I'll try to tell this well. But my favorite Mike Fitzpatrick story is his MSU golf outing, where if any of you have ever golfed with Mike before, you know that he's not the best golfer. He hit his ball into a pile of, I don't know how to describe it, quicksand. And instead of just leaving it, Mike decides to go get his ball. He gets stuck in the quicksand, up to his knees. And the CFO of MSU says, lay back, I'll pay one of the ball boys or whatever. What do you call them? Caddies. To hose you off. So he goes back to the clubhouse. He has to take off his pants. He's just covered in gross gunk. Takes a shower and he comes back out. He's got his bright yellow pants are hanging on a fan, blowing in the wind. And that's my favorite Mike Fitzpatrick golf story.
And he kicked my ass, you know?
You said to talk about my start with Fitz. I interviewed with Fitz.
Maybe about a year.
I interviewed in, I'd say, December of '86.
Yep.
And I didn't get a call back to say I had a job. But I called and talked to Jeanette, and Jeanette said, I think you have a job, and I haven't talked to Fitz for sure.
Wait.
So I was calling back. So then I went and interviewed, and I met Fitz, and Jeanette I followed up with because Fitz wasn't calling me back.
He called me the next day.
And then, I know, so I was not happy. Then I'm feeling I was feeling, I had an inferiority complex.
Probably.
But then Jeanette said, I'll get with him and we'll let you know.
Don't call us, we'll call you.
Exactly, yeah.
You seem pretty disinterested.
Yeah, so Fitz was not interested in me. That's what I'm saying. And he did not call me back.
And you can, and most of your questions were, why the hell are you moving away from San Francisco?
That's gotta be the first transfer from here. Like I was gonna step to Limea to Detroit.
Wow, he wouldn't answer Bill's calls, but he flew you up. Okay.
Interviewed, talked to Ann O'Brien. Called me back the next day, said, believe we can do it. Have a place for you.
And he kicked my ass, you know?
3 inches from the ground.
So I remember this was Birmingham.
Yeah, it's Birmingham. And so I'm standing at the regular terminal, urinal. Steve comes tooling in. He kneels down, zips down, and says, well, this is how you must have to do it. So he's peeing, I'm laughing like hell. This guy walks in, and he sees Steve down on the ground. He's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
They got the urinal way down there. What the hell else are you going to do?
I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it.
It's not that long.
I looked at
It's not that long.
He's on his knees peeing into the urinal.
It's not like it's down there.
He's accomplished some good things. There's a couple other things I would have liked to get done, but he's still got a little bit of time to do it.
Okay, all right.
I'm looking forward to seeing Mike greet me at Myers when I walk in. I think he would do a good job. I really do. I think he's sincere. He's got that kind of people skills.
All right.
Yeah, so I wish him all the best in retirement.
We do love you, Fitz. You know we do.
Hold on.
We love our Orchard Lake Country Club get-togethers and your interest in everything that's going on with us. We love you, Fitz.
An hour and then all these highs that ivory tower that you're living in, 'cause I got friends in old places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away, and I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm not big on social graces. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis, so I've got a friend in low places.